How you doing, Mayor Peduto?
I'm doing pretty good.
Was that exhausting?
It was exhausting.
Yeah, I mean, I looked up there and you were just in it, right?
Right.
In it to win it.
So 300 or so different comments. We'll find out tomorrow how many people were actually online just reading and doing everything else, and comments that went 7 or 8 deep.
Yeah.
It's a lot of typing.
Yeah, but it's important, right? It's this idea that you guys, as an office, as an administration, are keen to reach out and engage, right?
Yeah, but what would you say? I mean, about the energy in this room and just the way that the
Crackles.
interaction.
Yeah, it was crazy,
But
right?
you realize that you had people in their 20s to people in their 70s that were here, that are part of this team. They come from all different backgrounds, and there's this sort of chemistry between them.
It's apparent, and
Yeah.
I think that people out there feel it too. I think that the neighborhoods feel it. I think that the people out that are working in the communities feel it as well.
So another city now will do this because we did it.
Yeah.
So somebody else will be the next, but they're going to have a hard time duplicating what we had because it was just organic, and it will sort of be put on in a way to say we did this. But you know, we've got a really great capacity through the people that are part of the city government now, and I can't burn them out, but at the same time, I want them to be engaged in this type of thing. What's interesting is, for a lot of people, this would have been, I got to stay at work till 7:30.
Yeah.
For these guys, they were laughing.
So what's your takeaway? So as you read through sort of the comments and the interaction, like what do you viscerally
best
take
thing?
away? Yeah.
Best thing was the very, very, very few negative, snarky, just, you know,
Off the cuff kind of. Yeah.
It, you know, going through it, there were some that obviously were advocating for a certain point and then trying to get the question, and that's going to happen. But almost, I'd say 95% of them were simply trying to put together a great question that they were genuinely interested in, and then would follow up with another great question. And so it was remarkable.
And it's the new story of our democracy, right? Like
Yeah.
this is going to be the norm.
Well, that's what I was just saying to one of the print reporters. You know, technology created democracy with the advent of the printing press and the revolutions that followed. And what you've seen over the past several years is the use of a new technology that has started uprisings in Eastern Europe and the Middle East.
Right.
Well, harness that and do it locally in order not to create revolution, but to empower so that people have more of a direct voice in their government. And Pittsburgh's the perfect size to do that and to be able to create that type of an urban lab.
I was talking to Dr. Hoover, your education
Porter.
I'm sorry, education department head, and we were talking a lot about that the kids, this new generation of kids coming up, this is their natural inclination, and so the sooner we can get behind that and make that part of the norm, the sooner that we'll progress, the faster our economy will grow, and that sort of stuff. So, you know, it resonates really with the tech community. You know, obviously, we're part of the tech community, but we think that, you know, it's important to think about the political repercussions of the stuff and to give the opportunity for folks to explore it. So cool.
So before there was Reddit, 2003, on the eve of Act 47, I worked with a guy named Peter Shane, who was he had been the dean at the Pitt's Law Department, law school, and then transferred to Carnegie Mellon because he saw how technology was going to drive democracy, and he created the Deliberative Democracy Project at Carnegie Mellon's Heinz School. We partnered together to be able to give everyone all the information that I would have as a council member, and then created what, before there were blogs, and the ability for people to comment and have guest hosts. And we called it pghtownhall.com. And pghtownhall.com was sort of Reddit before there was Reddit. Peter's now the dean of Ohio State's law school, and I think that that little experiment that we took back then, you know, we may not have seen how the power of this tool would be utilized. We certainly knew that there was going to be something coming.
And it's all data that can inform the decision making, right? This sort of,
in order to have an informed decision making,
right?
Not just I think that we should build a subway system,
right?
You know, but show the budget, show it, and create the tools around it. These next 5 years, it's going to excel so much further than it did the past 10. and we don't even know where this is going to go.
Right.
And that's kind of exciting.
And the interesting thing is it'll be organic and it'll spring up from nowhere. And the faster we can adopt it and make it part of what we do, the more we'll be able to use it.
And it'll be done in laptops and living rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great stuff, Mr. Mayor Peduto. You
Yeah.
guys do a good job.
Thanks,
I appreciate
brother.
it, sir.
Everything good up in Allentown?
Yeah, it's great up in Allentown. We're moving along.